big sis. Jake and I are actually getting married.
What?
That's insane. Good on you, Betty. So he finally got down on one knee for you, huh? That's right. All the hard work has paid off. I knew from the moment I met him that he was the guy I wanted to marry. Jake is the best any girl could hope for. I'm so happy for you, sis. You guys have dated for a long time now. I'm sure you two will make a great couple. I know, right? I just can't wait for the actual wedding day. It's gonna be glorious. I've been dreaming of something like this my whole life. It's gonna feel so surreal standing up there with my handsome prince. I've got to find a good dress to hire. I really am happy for you, sister. I'm sure you're gonna have a great wedding. If you need any help with anything, just let me know. I'd love to go out together and choose a dress. Oh, don't you worry about that. You leave the beauty department to me. That's my expertise. Okay, whatever you say. I'm always here if you need me, though. Come to think of it, there is one teeny little thing I want you to do for me. This is a special request from your beloved little sister. Sure, what's up? Can you make sure you don't bring that fat dumper to the wedding? Huh? What are you talking about? You know what I mean, your dumper. Get rid of the junk in the trunk. So you're talking about my bum? Well, if you want me to spell it out, yeah. I want you to lose some weight. I guess I could lose a couple pounds. If it was any other girl, a couple of pounds would be enough, but you're quite a rare exception. That dumper is taking up 2 lanes. You gotta find a way to get rid of it. I think 30 is a good number. If you could lose 30 pounds, you'd be in perfect shape for the wedding. Bella, I don't actually understand what you're going on about right now. I'm really happy with my body and the way I am. Sure, I may be on the heavier side, but I'm enjoying my life. What's all the urgency for me to lose weight in the first place? Come on! Take a look at yourself. You're absolutely hideous. Like, the weight is one thing, but you don't even wash your own hair. Don't you ever wish you were more ladylike sometimes? Don't tell me you've never thought about getting a complete makeover. I decided a long time ago that there are girls that are pretty and those that are not. Doesn't matter how much affirmative action I take, I'll never be as pretty as the other girls. I accepted that and moved on. Why are you making such a big deal about it all of a sudden? It never seemed to bother you in the past. You don't get it, do you? Things are different now. Look at me and Jake. Have you ever seen a couple that looks this good together? Not only that, look at Jake's family. Every single one of them is absolutely gorgeous. Even I had to level up a bit when I started dating him. He's so used to looking at beauty his whole life that I must look like a rat compared to his family. Come on, Betty, that's a bit harsh. Even before you met Jake, you were quite the stunner. Anyway, it's not always about the looks. You really shouldn't be worried about something like this. No, I'm actually very worried, thank you. I've actually put in the work to make myself look better. Since dating Jake, I devoted all my energy into losing my weight, being a face that can wake up in the morning and having beautiful hair for him to play with. I knew the day we got married that I'd be compared against his family. Okay, what does this have to do with me, though? I'm not the one Jake is marrying. He's gonna be marrying you. If you don't get in line too, you'll be a bad blotch on the canvas. Imagine everyone at the wedding lined up against each other. It'll be beautiful face after beautiful face, and then he will get to you. Trust me, sis, you're going to stand out. Am I really that bad? If you were any decent, you'd have a boyfriend by now. Wouldn't you? You love talking about how what's on the inside is the most important. If that is the case, where's your boyfriend? Has polishing your personality done you any good? I don't care whether or not I've had a boyfriend yet. If a guy only liked me because I was pretty, it's not a good enough reason to date me. I want to date a guy that loves me for my soul. We'll see how much he wants to date you after you are old and decrepit. Anyway, there's still a decent 5 months until the wedding. If you really buckle down and get yourself on a diet, I'm sure you can lose 30 pounds. Trust me, you're gonna thank me afterwards anyway. This is the best motivation for you to start looking after yourself. Okay, whatever you say, Bella. Don't forget, it's not just about the weight either. You need to get your hair done and also learn how to put makeup on your face. I'm telling you, I'm not joking around right now. If you're still looking like a pigsty by the time the wedding comes around, there's no way you're coming.
Hey, Kate, do you have a minute? You've seen all the young men walking around with beautiful hairstyle these days. You wouldn't have a clue where they get their hair cut, would you?
Sorry, Dad. That's outside of my expertise. I don't know anything about boys, or beauty for that matter. What's going on? You're not getting self-conscious, are you? I think your nice and simple looks suit you just fine. I can't imagine you walking around with some bizarre hairstyle.
Hey, don't get the wrong impression. Don't think I want to wake up in the morning and look at myself with a crew cut. Is that what they call it, a crew cut? Anyway, you get the picture.
So what's going on then? Is Mom telling you to get an image change or something?
Kinda. It's not your mom exactly. It's that little pretentious sister of yours.
Oh, Dad. Don't tell me she's actually managed to rope you in on this too, hasn't she?
Why? You already know about this. The nerve of that little girl. She told me to get rid of the dad bod. At my age, too.
Look, Dad, I hear where you're coming from. She told me the exact same thing. I have 5 months to get rid of 20 pounds of fat. I don't know how she expects me to do that. If it was 10 pounds, I could kind of understand, but 30 is way too much.
So it looks like she's been hammering onto you as well, hasn't she? I don't know where I went wrong with that girl. She used to be such a sweet angel when I was bringing her up. Look, honey, don't listen to what she says. She can call her father an old fat man as much as she wants. Her words are like wind hitting stone, but don't you dare let her say you aren't beautiful. I don't care how pretty this Jake boy is and his family.
Thanks, Dad. That really means a lot to me. The things Bella was saying the other day were really hurtful. I'm glad I'm not the only one who thinks what she's doing is asinine.
Don't worry, honey. Your dad hasn't gone crazy yet. I'm still on your side. Your mother, on the other hand, is a different story.
Oh, don't get me started. Straight after I was hassled by Bella to start working on my looks, I got messages from Mom as well.
Unbelievable. What did she say?
She told me this was a very important day for my sister and I should do what she demands. Apparently, it's about time I started cleaning up my act and become more ladylike. It makes sense, though. I guess Mom always had a soft spot for Bella over me.
Don't say that, darling. I wouldn't put all the blame on your mother for this. She's been meeting with Jake and his family quite often lately. Their influence over her has gotten out of hand.
Oh, really? I didn't know that. What's going on?
From the looks of it, your mother has been meeting with them any time I'm on a business trip. Not only does that family do well in the looks department, they're also quite financially secured. I just about had it up to here with the things your mother says when she comes home. All this talk about caviar and eating the most delicious lobster she's ever had in her whole life. Then I have to hear about the man of the household over there. Even at his age, he's managed to keep his body in good condition. He also has a refined style that represents his age. Not like the sloven husband she has to come home to. Honestly, I'm this close to telling her to move there instead of here.
That's enough. I don't want you to put yourself down any more than that. Doesn't matter how good looking that family is. I bet they don't have the heart that you have. Your look has never bothered me. Even if you were a beautiful man, it wouldn't make you a better father. I wouldn't trade you for whoever Jake's father is.
Even at this age, you really know how to make your old pa smile. But here's the thing. I don't really have a choice now. Your sister gets to decide who and who doesn't get to go to that wedding.
I know. It sucks, but you're right. Don't go overboard, Dad. You can get a little bit of a tune-up, but I don't want you to worry too much about what Jake's father looks like. Especially in the weight department. Some people even say a dad bod looks attractive.
If anyone shouldn't be going overboard, it's you. Losing 30 pounds in 5 months is nonsense, Kate. Take it easy. Don't sacrifice your lifestyle for a little bit of weight loss. It's not worth the stress.
Hey, Bella, I just got to the wedding and the strangest thing has happened. Wow, you're here already. I didn't expect you to come here so early. Yeah, well, I didn't want to be late to my own sister's wedding. Anyway, I need to tell you something. I tried to find the seat that was allocated to me and someone was already sitting there. It was a young, really vivacious woman. She had a very powerful atmosphere about her, so it took me a while to finally talk to her. When I showed her the paper noting that it was my seat, she became very hostile very quickly. The moment she snapped at me, everyone's eyes were on me. I didn't want to cause a scene at your wedding, so I ditched it. Do you mind getting someone like Jake to remove her from my seat? Alright, so you found my little actor, haven't you? What did you think? She's quite the pick, isn't she? I gotta give it to Mom. She has really good taste. So you actually know that woman. What's going on? Think it through, sister, and I'm sure it'll come to you. Why is there a ravishingly beautiful woman sitting in your seat? Wait, don't tell me. Did you actually think of replacing me? How could you? I'm your own sister. Bingo! That's right. This little hottie is a much better representation of who my sister is. She fits in quite well with the crowd here. That's really unfair, you know. Do you even realize how much sweat and strain I put into my workouts? I even went the distance for you. I lost 32 pounds instead of 30. Not only that, everything from my hair to the clothes I'm wearing were done by a professional. After all that, this is how you disrespect me? Are you even going to say sorry? Sorry, sis, but I don't feel guilty about anything. Good on you for losing all that weight, though. That wouldn't have been an easy feat. But here's what you need to understand. A pig is still a pig, no matter how much makeup you put on it. Quickly after we talked last time, I realized no amount of effort could help you fit in at this wedding. So you gave up on me. I wasn't good enough for you. I know it must be tough to hear, but that's it, sis. You and I are in a different league. I know you've always been superficial, Bella, but this is definitely taking it too far. So how much does this little actor cost anyway? She doesn't look like that much of a great actor. She must be all looks. Don't worry, she has a basic script on her being my sister. I left the financing up to Mom. From what Mom says, she wasn't cheap. She had to dig into Dad's pockets just to pay for her. Is that so? Don't you feel bad about using Dad's hard-earned cash? As if. I couldn't care any less about that man. Did you see him slumped there in the chair like a steel? He's lucky he even gets his own seat here. Come to think of it, Dad has improved since last time, but he's certainly not spectacular. What made you give him a seat instead of me? Because it would be suspicious, duh! Think about how many people have already met Dad. The moment they see a different guy sitting in his chair, they're gonna ask questions. Don't worry though, he's not getting special treatment or anything. How so? The moment he's played his role at the ceremony, I want him out of the wedding straight away. I'll make up some immaculate story about him eating some off shrimp the night before. People are sure to believe something like that. Bella, this is so unfair. How could you do this to us? To your own family. We've been with you your whole life. You've been hindering me my whole life, you mean? Think about how it feels being the prettiest girl in the room and then walking in with you two trolls. People were accusing me of being adopted. That's horrible what people have said, but you can't blame us for it. I sure can. Not
Someone says you or Dad put a little bit of effort into improving your appearance. Maybe after this, you two will finally learn your lesson on why you should polish yourself.
This is unbelievable. You're throwing away a lifetime of friendship and care over something as stupid as looks? Is this really what you want?
Of course. When will you get the picture? Stop bothering me and let me get back to my husband. I'm sure he's all jittery waiting at that altar for me.
Oh, that's right. Your husband, Jake. I'm sure he's all jittery, but I wonder if it's for the right reasons.
Huh? What are you talking about?
I'm not sure how you're going to take this. As I was exiting the hall, I looked at that actor to give her a foul glance. As it happened, she was already in conversation with a very handsome man. It doesn't surprise me that someone that beautiful will get talked to at the wedding. That is, until that man glanced up, and he and I locked eyes. Any idea who it might be?
How the hell should I know? There's tons of good-looking people at this wedding. That being said, I am only interested in one.
What if I told you someone else is also interested in that one?
Huh? What are you talking about?
Your beautiful, devoted husband was hitting on that actor. Right after they exchanged phone numbers, I saw him kiss her hand and walk away.
He did what?
I'll let that thought sink in, Bella. Enjoy your precious wedding.
Oh my God! Could the day get any worse? You won't just believe what happened. This must be the most tragic wedding in history.
Let me guess. Everyone is so beautiful that they're stuck in the bathroom looking at themselves?
No, not that, you idiot. It's Jake. I rushed to the hall to confront him about whether or not what you're saying was true. Just as I entered, he gave me one cold glance, and then he looked at everyone else. He then announced that he has no inch of love for me. He's found someone that captured his heart.
Wait, I don't suppose you mean...
Exactly! That stupid pompous actress! I don't get it. She's not even that beautiful.
Weren't you talking her up just a second ago?
Okay, fine. She has some charm to her. But you match her up against me and there's a whole football yard separating us.
Sure, there is certainly a football yard. Sadly, you're on the losing side.
Laugh it up all you want, sis. He's embarrassed me in front of everyone. He said he's fallen in love with my sister instead of me.
Are you serious? All we had was one little glance.
Not you.
I'm only playing with you, sis. I gotta say, karma works quicker than I thought. I knew something like this would happen to you eventually.
Enough of that! Now is not the time to spite me. I need you back here to set things right. You have to tell everyone that you're my real sister. This imposter is just some fake actor.
Sorry. Since you've already burnt your bridge with me, you better ask Mom or Dad instead. I don't pick people up from the ground after they've spat in my face.
You don't get it. I've scoured every corner of this hall looking for Mom and Dad, and I can't find them anywhere. You're my only hope.
Tough luck, sis. I'm not interested. Besides, I think it's better if you stick through with this lie anyway. If Jake found out that the woman he's now in love with isn't related to you, he'll be more eager to pursue her. You're on your own, Bella.
No, wait, please. You can't be doing this to me. There's still a chance I can convince Jake. Don't do this to your own sister.
Kate, I'm so sorry it's taken me this long to get back to you. Today has been an absolute mess. Here I was expecting just a normal wedding day.
With the way your daughter has been acting lately, I'm not surprised something like this has happened. I wonder if you heard the news about Jake. It's hilarious.
We'll talk about that later. First, I'm worried about you. I know your sister tried to force you out of that wedding. Are you okay? Oh, don't take it personally, honey. I saw the pictures you put on Instagram. You look beautiful.
Thanks, Dad. There's no emotional damage done here. At this point, I'm very used to it. I'm more worried about you. I heard you disappeared from the wedding.
How could you blame me? Your mother was sitting there with that horse-like laugh of hers, gurgling down the cocktails as she bragged about that little plan she made with Bella. I feel the alcohol went to her head because I have no idea what she was thinking when she told me that. Did she actually expect me to be happy with what they did to you?
Oh, so I don't need to update you on what Bella did?
No, trust me, I heard enough of it from your mother. She began talking about it straight after she saw you storming out of the hall. I guess she was satisfied with the reaction she got from you. You know me, I couldn't keep my mouth shut after that.
Sorry, Dad. Don't tell me. You didn't actually argue with her in front of everyone, did you?
You're damn straight I did, at least for a moment anyway. I called her a disgusting, evil hag. I also made it loud enough for everyone else to hear. If today is going to be the start of a new marriage, it's also a good time to end one too.
Wait, Dad, what? You aren't talking about what I think you're talking about, are you?
That's right, honey. Your mother's foolishness has brought me to the brink. I am forced to get this divorce. After a stunt like that, I have no shred of love for that woman. That's simply not the way that you're meant to treat people.
Oh my God, Dad. I can't believe it's coming to this. Please give it some time. You don't want to make this decision out of emotion. This is something you need to think through.
Honey, don't even bother. I've been thinking about this for a long time now.
If that's what you think is best, Dad, I won't argue against you. Now might be a good time to start packing your things. With all the chaos going on in that wedding, Mom won't have a second to stop you.
Chaos? What chaos is going on at that wedding?
So you really haven't heard anything, right? I swear that wedding was taken straight out of a comic book.
What are you talking about? Tell me what's going on.
Well, that little actor Mom and Bella decided to hire turned out to be quite troublesome for them. Jake fell for her irresistible allure. He's lost all his passion and energy for Bella. He is totally captivated with this new girl. They've had to cancel the wedding because he's proposing a different one instead.
Wow, that is magnificent. Looks like they're getting a taste of their own medicine.
I'm quite amused by this outcome as well. With all the bickering and arguing they're doing over there, it's a good chance for you to go home and pack your things. I know you're not going to want to stay at home tonight. You can come crash at mine. I'll pull out the sofa too. We can have hot chocolate with marshmallows like we used to.
You know what, honey? I couldn't think of a better way to end a day like this. To top it all off, why don't we watch a good movie together?
That sounds great. I'll see you soon then.
What is the world coming to? Everyone is head over heels for that stupid actor.
She is quite the looker. Even I felt attracted to her after she rudely told me to leave.
Don't fall for her charm like the rest of them. Deep down, that woman is evil.
Come on. She attracted your man. You can hardly call that evil.
You don't get it, do you? She's been getting bored of her current job as an actor. She sat there cackling in front of everyone about how glad she is a great fellow like Jake came around.
Jake's family does it well in the money department, so no surprises there. Even if he was an ugly guy, I'd marry him just for that.
Despite this absolute travesty of a wedding, I can't seem to find Dad anywhere. Just where the hell is he? I need his authority to tell Jake he can't do what he's doing right now.
Chances are you aren't going to see Dad for a long time. He's going to divorce with Mom.
He's doing what?
You heard me. You won't find him in the house either. He's decided to stay with me. He's had it up to here with you and Mom's antics.
Yeah, well, Good for him. I never cared about that fat slob anyway. I'd rather have no father than a pathetic father. I'm perfectly fine with just Mom and me. It'll be just two girls against the whole world.
I wonder how fine you will be when you're living in a cardboard box. I think the whole world will be against you two instead.
Say what now?
You do realize that Dad is 95% of the household finances, right? That, and you know how much Mom likes to spend her money? She chews through $3,000 every month. She's an absolute shopaholic.
That's not fair. He's my dad. He has to support me. I deserve child support.
I think you're well past the age of being a child. Well, Bella, I wish you the best living a poorer life with our diabolical mother. Hope you manage to find another great guy like Jake.
Thanks, sis. I really appreciate it. It takes a lot to sympathize with me after I told you to lose weight. I don't know what I'm going to do from this point on.
Bella, I had my fingers crossed when I said that.
You're really bad at making jokes.
Thank you for today's entertainment. From what the rumors say, Bella had a hard time controlling her anger and went into a frantic state at the wedding. She upturned all the tables and went straight to the actor for a slap. That is until Jake intervened. Frothing at the mouth with fury, she was escorted away from the ceremony. Now she's living with my mother and they're barely getting by. They argue every day over my mother's spending habits. As for me, I'm enjoying my new life with Dad. Every day we get a new movie to watch as we drink hot chocolate together. From time to time, we see my sister's comments on social media. We get a good laugh at how much she's holding a grudge against everyone. Our favorite content is when Jake and his new wife posted pictures together. Bella still feels slighted at what she experienced at her own wedding. She tries to get back at them by editing their photos. From the beautiful chapel wedding to the holidays in Greece, Bella always edits the new wife's face with an assortment of different animals. At one point, she added her own face on, but she quickly took that post down. I guess she'd be embarrassed if everyone knows she still has feelings for Jake. Thanks for watching all the way to the end. If you enjoyed it, please remember to click the like button. See you in the next video!